It's hard to believe after a cloudy and cool day today that we're going to be dealing with severe weather tomorrow. But of course, that's life in the 4 states. It can change on a dime, and that's what we're expecting. We're seeing mostly cloudy skies tonight down in Seneca, Missouri at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. And it's going to stay cloudy through most of tonight and into tomorrow. High today, 50, starting out at 33, which was actually pretty close to the normals of 53 and 32. Records are 75 and 0. Big old goose egg back in 1965. Radar is clear right now, but that's going to be changing over the next 24 to 30 hours as we go through time. We're going to see those storms develop, and they are likely going to be severe with some very strong winds. And speaking of winds, tomorrow evening, we're going to see winds out of the south and east around 30 miles per hour, gusting at times up to 35. Then some of the storms, as they roll through our area tomorrow night, we could see wind gusts up to 60, 70 miles per hour in some isolated storms as they roll through. And then the winds will be decreasing a little bit as we go through Monday morning, but still very windy out there with wind speeds over 40 miles per hour. Then by Monday evening, we're expecting winds to drop down to around 20 miles per hour as the storm system moves away. Right now it's 39 in Iola, 40s elsewhere, close to 50 down to the south, and dew points are increasing too. And it's these dew points that's going to help fuel those storms tomorrow. We're seeing dew points in the 30s and 40s right now. As we go through tomorrow, we'll start to see dew points in the 50s. Right now in Joplin, we have a west-south wind of 7 with a temperature of 45, so it feels like 41. In Pittsburgh, you can see the wind blowing the flag there a little bit, and a temperature of 44 degrees with a feeling like 40 degrees with a dew point of 37 degrees. Here's the highest risk of severe weather out in western Oklahoma tomorrow. That's where the supercellular thunderstorms are expected to be, your classic tornadic type storms. Then it's going to form a squall line and roll to the east. And as a result, we have an enhanced risk extending over into our area. So there is a low to moderate tornado risk, low on the hail, very high on the strong and severe winds, and moderate on the heavy rain, beginning tomorrow night at 9 o'clock till about 2 a.m. in the morning. So it's going to have to be watched very, very closely. Helicity is one of those factors that we look at for determining severe weather. And these are what we call updraft helicity swaths. And right now you can see by tomorrow evening at 6:30, those helicity swaths are going to be strongest in northwestern Oklahoma. That's where your classic tornado situation is going to be. But then it forms a squall line and rolls to the east, and we get what we call quasi-linear convective system type tornadoes, or tornadoes that form along the leading edge of a squall line. That's why we're concerned about the threat of severe weather with isolated tornadoes possible. QLCS type tornadoes usually form extremely quickly. They do their thing and then they're gone just as quickly. So it's very important for you to pay attention tomorrow evening to not only the tornado warnings but severe thunderstorm warnings as well. In fact, here's a look at some of the tornado safety tips. Best place to be, bathroom, hallway, or closet, away from outside walls and windows. You don't want to be in those places. You want to find a small interior room and protect your head from flying debris, as most fatalities in tornadoes are a direct result of injuries to the head. And of course, a basement or a safe place is the best place to be in a tornadic situation. We'll continue to monitor it very closely. Highest chances of rain tomorrow night from around 10 o'clock to 1 a.m. And then here's a breakdown of that. You can see temperatures dropping in the 30s and 40s tonight with scattered showers. Showers continue all day tomorrow, off and on with temperatures in the upper 50s to around 60. Here comes the storms by 10 o'clock tomorrow night, around midnight here in the metro, and then by 2 a.m. it's all gone, moving off towards the east. We're left with very strong winds out of the west-southwest with temperatures in the 50s in the morning, and then in the afternoon, mid-60s across the area. And then by the time we go into Tuesday morning, lows drop down in the 30s and the 40s with easterly winds. Rainfall amounts are going to be highest with the strongest storms, maybe an inch in one of those. Most areas will probably receive around a third to half an inch of rainfall. Over the next 7 days, alert day tomorrow, windy on Monday, and then nicer on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then more rain on Thursday night into Friday, and some of that could mix over with some snow. We can't forget about winter after all. And then nicer after that, with temperatures getting a little bit closer to normal. And don't forget, tomorrow evening I'll be hosting a Twitter space for discussion on the severe weather. You can find it there at Sam Lane WX tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Gotcha, yeah, and they can download that Skywatch weather app.
Absolutely.
All kinds of resources.
Absolutely. We're going to be watching it very closely.